Hey guys, what's up? This is the Demon Corpse, and today we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that just happened a couple of minutes ago, and, well, by the time it is, and it was a very high mid. I mean, it wasn't oh my goodness, but there was some good stuff. I mean, shockingly, they announced Paper Mario for the GameCube. That's good. That's a good thing, because oh man, all the people who probably bought that game for like 200 just or $100, like not brand new, just you can play it complete. Oh man, they're probably losing their pants and being like, "Dang it, it's gonna go down. I'm gonna lose value." I mean, that's why I never pay that much for games. If it's a portable game, and then I'll be like, okay, maybe it's something I'll be checking out. But anything that's disc based, people should just be paying under 60. And well, I would say there's now every DVD game, like everything that's a DVD or Blu-ray, I've paid under $60. So I know how to talk to people, and I give them games that they're looking for a trade in. But yeah, I'm happy it's getting a re-release. It's coming out 2024. That would be a game I'm probably going to grab maybe 5 years from now because I'm gonna wait until it just goes down in price. It's gonna go down a little bit, maybe to like $50. Most Nintendo IP games never really go under $40, but most of the time they may. So may want to wait. That's what I do, but I know some people can't because it's like I have to play it. And then they showed a couple of others, and then they showed Among Us, and it was Fungus. Dang it, I was about to laugh if that was the last one they were going to show, but it was Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, and that's good. Oh man, that would be so bad. That would be such a weird ending of a Nintendo Direct. It would be Among Us. Oh my goodness. But it looks like some DLC on a fungus planet. Why did they have to use fungus with Among Us? It's so stupid sauce. But then they show more Prince of Persia, that new Metroid Dread clone that looks fun, but I'm not. I'll just wait. I'll wait 4 years or 5 years until it goes down because it's an Ubisoft title. It'll go down. They showed more Mario RPG that looks really good. I wish they ported They did, but I mean, like, put the actual original version, and you could like, click a button to go to the original version and the new version. That would be amazing. I mean, that would be such a steal in my opinion, but it still is. I'm not saying it isn't, but that would be cool. That's why I like Halo MCC and how much I've bashed that game because of day one. At least one of the coolest things about MCC is that you can click a button, go to the classic Halo CE or the anniversary. That's something that's really cool that they did. I wish they did that with Super Mario RPG, but I'm not gonna complain anymore on that. But then there's Euden Chronicles. I think I don't know much about it. I know it's a successor to Suikoden. It looks good. I'm hyped. Ooh, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I am interested. It looks cool. I know the first one got released on the Switch and PS4, and I know one of the PAL copies for that game has like a soundtrack for the PS4, but sadly not the Switch, so I'm fighting over the PS4 or Switch version. But I'm gonna wait and see what happens, because it's gonna go down in price. Then they showed something by Atlas. I don't even remember what it was called. It looked good. I was shocked it was by Atlas. Well, it's being probably published by Atlas, but not owned. Like Atlas does publish games sometimes. Well, now they're owned by Sega, so technically, can they still do that? Maybe. Then they showed more of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that I'm like, cool, nice. Then they announced Wargroove 2. That's a type of, I think it's like it is like a tactical-ish type of game. Not like, I think it's like I can't think of what that series is called. It's by Nintendo. They just did a re-release. I can't think of it. I own some of the games, but for the DS, dang, I can't think of it. You guys know what it is. It's a tactics type of game. It's like Gears Tactics, but a little bit different. Then they showed WarioWare Move It again. That looks so cringe. I mean, I'll probably get it just to see just to play it. But man, it's so cringy. Like it looks so stupid, like moving. Like who's? I mean, if this was the Wii, okay, I get it. But Really, Nintendo? I mean, people are gonna buy it. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, and that's was released on the 3DS. I've played that game. That game's amazing. I am hyped for Luigi's Mansion 2. That's gonna be good. And oh, that's what it's called. I think it was called Unicorn. That's what's called Unicorn Overlord. It's being published by Atlas. That's what it's called. That looks good too. I'm a little hyped. It has that Odin's Sphere art style to it, so it's gonna. I think it's by them, I believe. That publisher always publish games by I mean that publisher. I mean that the what's the word? The people who made Odin Sphere, and there's a couple of others they've made as well. They always work with Atlas to publish games. That's the words I was trying to use, but ugh. And then they showed a Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remastered, and I was kind of like, oh, did they already re-release these games? Because there's so many versions of Tomb Raider, it's not even a joke. But this is like the original series, like from the PS1, and they're actually doing what I was more shocked they. I'm very shocked that they did it. Though you can play the original version as well, the PS1 version, or the remastered version. Because I know there's an anniversary edition they did both for the 360 and PS3 that is backwards compatible, but I think that's like a remake remaster ish. But Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, I mean, I hope it's not going to be by a limited run games because I am not interested in trying to buy that. If it's going to get released like that, I'm not interested. But I hope it just gets like a plain physical release on all platforms, including retail as well, because that would be such a steal to play the original PS1. Because I have a PS3, so I could totally go and buy them, but I mean, I just don't want. I mean, save money. I mean, you gotta save money if you can. Then they showed up the Princess Peach game that I mean, I was expecting like a 2D platformer, but I don't know what to say, but it looks fun. I mean, I have one for the DS, and that one's really fun. But I mean, I'm hyped, so let's see what happens. I mean, this it is going to be interesting how successful it's going to be, and it's probably going to be very successful. Then they showed Spy X Anya, and that's an anime series. Spy X, I think it's called Spy X Family. I have read it. I only got to like chapter 20, and I probably need to continue it. I just took a break, too long of a break. And I don't know, I watched the anime, but I just didn't complete the anime. I don't know what happened. I kind of just passed out. So I'll try to get back to it because it's a good series. I really enjoyed it. I just time and trying to find time to do things, that type of thing. Then they showed Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and I think that's a series. I mean, I know I've seen some on the DS, and I mean, how was this game released on the Wii U, or this is like a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong? Because there's so many versions of that game. Oh yeah, and then they showed Super Crazy Rhythm. That nice. Okay, nice. Then they showed Horizon Chase 2. That looks like another interesting racing game that I'm gonna just be like, huh, to it because I'm just not big into racing games. Oh yeah, then they also showed the Saga series, Saga Emerald Beyond. I know about the series. I have some of the games. I know they've re-released some of them on the Switch, and that's going to be another interesting series. It's probably going to be expensive in 20 years. Let's be honest here, but still cool. I mean, it's probably not going to get a physical release here, and that's a fact. It's going to get a physical release only in Japan and Asia. That series is more popular in Japan than here because it's just how it is. Then they show War Tales that looks fun. I'll probably check in like 10 years. I mean, that's really what it is. I'm always playing something else, and I'm like, oh well. Then they showed a new Contra game, and I've never played the Contra games, but I know a lot of people are hyped, and I think this is the mobile version, so just expect what you're gonna get. Let's just say. I don't know. It's probably gonna be good, or maybe not. And then people are gonna complain, oh, it's not classic Contra or something like that, as people say about Sonic or something like that. Oh man. Then they showed F-Zero 99 that I mean, I'm not big I have to say I'm not a big person into racing. I do like Mario Kart. I'm a big noob of that series, but I'm not big into racing, but I've never played an F-Zero game and man, it looks good. I mean, Like all those cars hitting each other, that looks really fun. But then, oh man, I bet the internet trying to just trying to play online, it's going to be so difficult. And I was just thinking, is this going to be on the Nintendo Switch Online? And then I saw, yeah, it was going to be on there, and it's going to get a lovely physical release. So yay! Oh no, no, I mean it's not going to get a physical release. Sorry about that. I don't think. Dang it, I messed up. Oh well. But I mean though, I think they showed a couple of other games that look with. They look pretty mid, like Song of Noni and Bandle Tales. That I mean, people are just gonna look at and probably not play, and then play at some point. I don't know, but I don't know. There's just so many games coming out. It's pretty nuts, and it was good. There was a lot of good stuff. Oh, yeah, they did show something for Splatoon that I'm not. I mean, cool, but I'm not big into Splatoon. Just I don't know. I just don't like playing online games most of the time. Play too many, but I'm kind of just don't have the hypeness for online games most of the time. Then they showed another Code Recollection. That's a game that was released on the DS that was never released here. And if I think if it was released here, it would be expensive physically, but I think it was released digitally. It looks good. I mean, it would be cool they released the original version, but I mean, that's probably too difficult. Well, maybe it's not, but you know companies, oh, it's too difficult, we can't do it. But they could, but it's probably legal issues and all that, so it's always publishing and all that good stuff. But I think the game was published by Nintendo in all regions, so I don't think there would be an issue, but I don't know, maybe there is. Then they showed another online game called Battle Crush. It looks good. I was like, oh, I was kind of like L'ing it, but then I was like, ah, it looks pretty good actually. And then I was kind of like, oh well. But I mean, really, yeah, that's everything that they showed. Really, I believe at this direct, it was a pretty high mid Nintendo Direct. It was good. I mean, everyone's always expecting, oh my goodness, Twilight Princess. Oh my goodness, something HD Zelda re-release that. I do not think they're gonna announce that yet. It's gonna be a long time. Like there's other games they want to release, and they have many games. And I know people who are going to bash me, but I have no issue with the Wii version of Twilight Princess, and that's my first version I played of Twilight Princess. I had no issues playing it. I know why people don't like playing it because you have to move yourself. You gotta move around because most of you guys are probably fat, and you're like, oh, I can't move. I don't want to move. This version sucks because I have to move and touch some grass while I'm moving. Man, like chillax. I have two copies now, so hey, I can finally play the HD version of Twilight Princess. So hey, I don't need to touch grass, woo! But I'm still gonna play the original version for the Wii as well. I'm gonna milk the series whenever I get the Legend of Zelda games, and still gotta find some, but I'll find them at some point. I'm patient, probably too patient, but I don't know. And then there's like a whole bunch of other games people want, like Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's only going to be released on the Switch too. Let's be honest here. And most of these games may just be released on the Switch too. I mean, it could happen. I mean, they're going to re-release games on the Switch too because they know they can. Because milking, I don't blame them. Keep releasing these games. Look at GTA 5. I think that game's always going to re-release again. So hey, I mean, if you don't want these re-releases, stop buying the games. But we all know Nintendo fanboys will keep buying the same game 3 times. Look at Twilight Princess. There's already a GameCube, a Wii port, a Wii U port, and there's going to be a Switch port. There's going to be 4 ports. I know people who have all 3 versions of that game. It's just how it is. I mean, and it does keep the value. I don't blame them because if they have all those 3 versions, though, I think it's like if you have all 3, it's like around maybe around $500 ish because of how expensive the GameCube copy is, and then there's the Wii U copy as well. That's also expensive as well. So I mean, yeah, I mean it's expensive. I mean it goes up. So I don't know, but it's just how it is. And then they buy the Switch copy, that's going to bring it to probably $700 maybe if they don't open it, but they're going to open it, or they're going to buy 2, and that whole debacle and crap. But that's just how it is in this day and age. We're living in the world of member berries. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe. And the next one's going to be the state of play that I'm probably going to watch, but I'm probably going to be at my job, so I'm probably going to do it late at night and just see what they're going to release. And I hope it's good. I do, but I don't know. But yeah, that's about all. See you, scavengers.